If you're a saxophone player ready to level up their skills in 2023 and beyond, I want to help you get there, my friend, and that's why I've created this channel. That's why I've created hundreds of videos on how to master the saxophone. I've created my own saxophone mastery system that consists of 5 core principles that you need to focus on in order to master the sax. So before I get into the saxophone mastery system, I just want to tell you about what I believe are the 3 pillars of transforming your saxophone playing. Going from amateur, not sure how to learn your favorite songs, not sure what all the fingerings are, to finally getting the confidence to play for friends and family. Being able to learn any song on the saxophone, being able to improvise on the saxophone and embellish melodies and add character and life to your playing. So the saxophone mastery system is the first of my 3 pillars of saxophone transformation. You need to have a system to work from in order to truly master the sax. And my saxophone mastery system consists of tone, scales, technique, improvisation, and embellishments. And that's what I believe are the 5 core principles of how you need to master the saxophone. So if you don't know how to focus on each of those core principles, if you don't know what exercises to work on, if you can't see how you're developing and how you're working on each of those core principles, then you're going to fall behind. You're not going to see results, because what you're probably doing is just picking ideas from random things, trying to pick up tips, trying to pick up tricks. Maybe you're trying to learn from a book or learn from free videos online, and you're trying to piece it all together without any real system, without any real curated path for you to follow. And that's just going to cause overwhelm, that's going to cause confusion, and you're going to end up giving up on this beautiful instrument. And I hate when I see this, because all it takes is knowing about these 5 core principles and how you can work on them and develop your skills in each of these areas. So for example, tone. You want to work on your breath support, you want to work on your embouchure, you want to work on your throat manipulation. This is what I call my BET saxophone tone system, and I have plenty of lessons on this on my channel, but this is something you need to focus on. You need to focus on your tone, isolate exercises on tone, work on your breathing individually, work on your embouchure muscles, do embouchure exercises individually, work on your throat manipulation individually. I have tons of exercises to help you with all of this, and this is really going to improve your tone on the sax. And that's just one core principle, but you can break it down like that into small bite-sized exercises that you can do every single day. My name is Alexander Matthias from saxophonemasterclass.com, and on this channel I teach you all about how to learn the saxophone. Even if you have no musical background, even if you took up the sax later in life, you're in the right place, so make sure to subscribe. Now before I get into this lesson, I just want to encourage you to check out my Saxophone Mastery Secrets Guide, where I actually go into a lot more depth on my saxophone mastery system. There's a link in the description below this video, or you can just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/secrets. I tell you everything about my saxophone mastery system and how you can start getting results faster on the saxophone. And then there's scales. You want to know and understand how scales work, because scales are the foundation for all music, my friend. Just learning one scale can help you learn hundreds and thousands of songs, and it's going to make it so much easier to learn those songs as well. So I have a system for learning scales, memorizing scales, helping you understand scales as well within the saxophone mastery system. And this is what really accelerates your ability to learn songs by ear, know exactly what fingerings to use when you're playing songs, and really just have a foundational understanding of how Western music works. And then there's core principle number 3, which is technique. Technique is all about improving your rhythm on the sax, improving your articulations, which is how you tongue the reed on the saxophone, and improving the dexterity in your fingers. There's another system here I call the RAD technique system: rhythm, articulation, and dexterity. And working on these 3 individual things, using different exercises that I teach inside my courses, inside my membership, is what really helps you fully understand how to start executing your songs with absolute confidence, how to start executing your songs with great rhythm, how to start internalizing the songs that you love and know so that you can play with more confidence. You need to isolate technique and really try to improve your technique on the sax if you want to see transformation in your playing. And then of course there's improvisation and embellishments, which is sort of like the icing on the cake. You want to focus on tone, scales, and technique, but then with that foundation you want to start decorating it with being able to improvise and jam, being able to embellish melodies, add character and life using grace notes, using bends, using growling techniques, all this cool stuff that you hear on your favorite recordings. And I actually break down improvisation and embellishments into another system as well. well that makes it so much easier to understand how all of this works. So this is my saxophone mastery system, these 5 core principles of tone, scales, technique, improvisation, and embellishments. And I teach people how to focus on each of those core principles so they can see results faster than ever. It's a curated path. It's curated coaching to really help you focus, really know where you're at in your journey, and know where you're going as well. If you can't see where you're going, if you can't see how to get there, if you can't see how you're going to start learning and memorizing and internalizing your favorite songs and start playing for friends and family and start playing in public, if you can't visualize that, if you can't see that, then it's going to be really hard to make it happen. And that's what my saxophone mastery system is all about. It's getting you to see, oh, I know how to get to where I want to be. I know how to get the results. I just have to focus in on these individual core principles and focus in on the different exercises within those core principles. So that's pillar number 1 of saxophone transformation, curated coaching. That's my saxophone mastery system. But there's 2 more pillars that you need in your life in order to see results, in order to see transformation. And the next pillar is constructive criticism. So you can be working on all of this stuff from my saxophone mastery system. You can be practicing it, but if you're not getting feedback on what your weaknesses are in your playing, then you're going to start practicing the wrong things and you're not going to see what you need to improve on. You also want to get constructive criticism on the things that are working, on the things that you're good at. So you want to get that positive reinforcement from a teacher that's going to give you feedback and say, hey, you're doing the right things when it comes to learning how to produce a great tone. You're doing the right things when it comes to learning your scales. You're doing the right things when it comes to improvising on the sax, and they're giving you that positive reinforcement so that you know you're on the right path. So constructive criticism is essential if you really want to see transformation in your playing, and that's why I offer personal feedback with almost all of my courses and memberships. I offer that personal feedback and guidance. You can send me a video, I listen to your playing, and I tell you exactly what you need to be working on so that you can move on to that next level in your journey. And this is so essential if you want to see transformation in your playing. And then there's the third pillar of saxophone transformation, which is a caring community. There's a great quote that environment is greater than will. So if you're not surrounding yourself with other saxophone players, if you're not surrounding yourself with other people who are on the same journey as you, your willpower is going to fade. Your ability to stay focused and stay practicing and stay motivated is going to start fading, which is why I created my Sax Circle coaching community. It's a place where people can congregate, come together, go live with me every month, ask questions, support each other, listen to each other's playing. It's a community of people all on the same path, the same journey, supporting and encouraging each other. And if I didn't have this in my life, I don't think I'd be where I am today. I was able to go and study at some of the best music colleges in the world. I went to Berklee College of Music when I was 18 years old, and I studied at the Royal Irish Academy of Music in Dublin, Ireland, which is where I'm from. And because of that community, because I was able to connect with other sax players, because I was getting to hear sax players practicing or playing their favorite songs, and I was able to get inspired by them and stay motivated and talk to them about what they're working on, I was able to really see transformation in my playing. I was able to help them, they were able to help me, we were able to support and encourage each other, and this is what really skyrocketed my progress on the sax. So I really encourage you to find these 3 pillars of saxophone transformation, whether it's a curated coaching program where you're going through a course where you're following a certain approach to learning and mastering the saxophone, whether it's getting constructive criticism from a teacher who has a lot more knowledge, a lot more experience than you, or whether it's finding other people to connect with over this beautiful instrument. You need to have all 3 if you want to see real results in your playing. So I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment below what you loved about it and which of these 3 pillars you already have in your life and which ones you want to have more of in your life. Which of these 3 pillars are you going to seek out and try to find in your life so you can start seeing transformation in your saxophone playing? And remember, if you want to learn more about my saxophone mastery system to help you with improving your tone, learning scales, start learning your favorite songs on the sax, then go ahead and check out the Saxophone Mastery Secrets Guide. There's a link below this video, or you can just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/secrets. If you really enjoyed this lesson, go and check out this next lesson where I talk more about how to improve your tone on the sax, which is my first core principle, and I think everybody should be working on this every day. Go and check it out, and I'll see you in the next lesson.